Are you tired of setting goals that go nowhere? Well, maybe it's your goals that need to, it's the goals that need a shot of adrenaline to drive real change. So let me be the one to say, stop faking it. Let's set goals that mean business, and then let's make it happen. Hey there, my name is Isaiah Rodriguez, and I'm your friend. And this is where we build your leadership skills in your home business profits, one actionable tip at a time. So hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and let's get started. All right, so today we're diving deep into a game-changing topic of setting concrete goals. And if you're in direct selling, network marketing, or running a home business of your own, whatever that may be, then I need you to stick around because this episode is going to be it's going to transform the way you think about your goals, right? So first, let's cut to the chase. If you want to see real progress in your business and your relationships and things like that, you've got to stop with the fluffy, feel-good goals and start getting real with your goals, right? Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's break it down. And so to start off with, what the heck what is a concrete goal? Let's define it, right? So the way I define it, it's actually pretty simple. A concrete goal is a clear, specific target that you can actually hit, right? That's it. Imagine playing darts, right? You don't just randomly throw darts out in the air, right? Just hoping that they'll stick, right? No, you take aim, you look at you aim for the bullseye before you fling that dart. There's technique and, there's some practice beforehand, but you don't just randomly look the other way and then throw the dart that way. You know what I mean? You're focused on that target, the bullseye, and that's what you aim for. And that's how you throw, right? That's what we're talking about here today, right? And there are 5 key traits that make a goal a concrete goal. You ready? All right, let's go. Number 1, it's specific. Your goal should be as clear as day. So instead of saying something like, I want to be nicer to my team, right? Change that verbiage to something like, I'm going to give my top seller a surprise gift this week. You see the difference there? One's a wish and the other's a plan of action, right? It's concrete. Number 2, it needs to be verifiable. This means someone someone that's watching you can tell if you've hit your goal, right? It's plain as day, as they say, right? You can validate it with proof. It's tangible, right? It's clear to see whether or not your goal was reached, right? So for example, simply saying something like, I want to get closer to my team, right? That's not working. That's not concrete. It's too vague, right? But if you say something like, I'm going to invite my team to a picnic this Saturday, right? Well, now this is something you can prove, right? That's concrete. Number 3 is that it's positive. Your goal has to be positive in order for it to be considered concrete and for it to be effective, right? So focus on what you want to do more, or, what you want to do more of and less of, right? Instead of saying I want to stop ignoring my new recruits, right? Say something to the effect of, I'm going to have lunch with a new recruit every week, right? Something like that. Because here's the thing. Positive actions create positive results. Pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Number 4, your goal has to be measurable, period. You need to be able to track your progress instead of deciding, right? I want to connect with more people. Again, too vague. You need to set a specific goal. I'm going to smile at 5 individual people that I don't know each day and chat with one of them or 2 of them or however many of them for at least 2 minutes. That's concrete. That's boom, right to the, super specific. It's absolutely measurable. You know what I mean? If you're keeping track of it, right? You can count that, you can track it, you can see the progress, right? Does that make sense? Number 5, it depends solely on your actions. You can't control other people, right? You can only control yourself. You know what I mean? So again, you can only control what you do and the actions that you take, right? If your goal is to invite neighbors to a barbecue, you've succeeded just by inviting them, right? Whether they show up or not, well, that really doesn't matter because again, you can't control whether or not they whether or not they show up, right? Your goal should be, okay, I'm going to invite XYZ neighbors, whatever. That's the goal. If you make those invitations, however that is, then you've hit your goal, right? You did your part. So keep that in mind when you're setting your goals, right? When you're planning and setting those goals, if something out of your control comes up that causes you to not be able to fully reach that goal, just know that by you giving it all you got, right, doing everything you can possibly do to try to reach that goal, you call it a win, right? Don't beat yourself up. Again, you can't, there's certain things that you can't control. So you need to recognize these things and, don't beat yourself up because when you beat yourself up, and I know this for a fact because I've done this day in, when I first started, I was doing this to myself all the time, right? I would set myself, a goal. We have a tracking sheet, right? And so I would go ahead, start tracking, and I might miss, out of whatever, 10 items or something that I need to do per day, I would miss 1 or 2. And right off the bat, I'm kicking myself. I'm like, man, I didn't get it done. I didn't do this. But when I think about it, or when I thought back on it, I was like, I technically did what I was supposed to do. Just the outcome wasn't what I wanted, right? It wasn't like, for example, I wanted to reach out to X amount of people, and I did, right? But maybe maybe their response wasn't as positive as I would have liked it to be. You know what I mean? So I technically hit my quota, if you will. I hit my goal. I just didn't get the response that I wanted, right? And again, that's because you can't control what other people do. There's certain things that are just simply out of your control, right? You can't control how these things end up. Right now, here's a simple trick to make this all work for you is that pick at least one goal to focus on each week. Right. For example, let's talk about one of my recruits, actually, Mandy. Mandy, she used to walk her dog every day until the dog passed away. Rest in peace. She missed those walks, but she kept saying no when her to her neighbor when her neighbor invited her to join them because they saw she's grieving her dog and she liked to go out for walks, but now she's not, but one day Mandy decided that her goal for the week was to walk with her neighbor and their dog, right? It's a small, tiny goal, but hey, work with me here, right? Fast forward today, and now she enjoys fresh air, like a break from work and great company twice a week with her neighbors. When you set your weekly goal, again, be specific about when you'll do it. Write it down on your calendar. For example, say something to yourself or write it on your calendar that, on Tuesday, I'm going to invite George, whoever, to go camping with me this weekend, right? Now, when Tuesday rolls around, you're ready to act, right? Even if you don't catch George, you've still made progress by setting the stage for action. You see how that works? Like you're making the positive action of being specific, having a goal that's measurable, taking the proactive steps of putting it into your calendar. You know what I mean? You made the attempt to reach out to George. It just, for whatever reason, he's busy. You didn't get in touch with him. Those things you can't control, right? But you took the right actions. So there you have it, my friends. That's my tip for today. Concrete goals are the secret sauce to making your dreams a reality. Remember, no more vague wishes, no more excuses. Get specific, get measurable, and take control of what you can do. All right. If you found this episode helpful, if you found it inspiring, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell. And if you have any questions, any topics that you like to cover, anything you like to discuss, feel free to drop it down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to follow the link in the description for access to my free masterclass training, where I'll be showing you firsthand how you can take all of these tips and implement them all on your own. So until the next time, I want you to stay legendary, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Take care now. Bye.